In publishing a comic book, I have found that each step is harder than the previous step. So we're talking about getting your comic book work out to the masses. Welcome to my channel, KC. That's me, Carrie Chug, the Sledge Storyteller, here to talk about the wonderful world of storytelling and to open up discussion about how we can tell the best stories we possibly can. So, the content of this video is built upon my experience and insights. So the whole creative process of writing, penciling, inking, lettering, and coloring could be the basis for its own video, but it's the end of that whole process where I am starting. Basically, there are two kinds of options: getting picked up by a publisher or self-publishing. Now, naturally, getting picked up by a publisher offers the most prestige. Each publisher will have its own submission guidelines. I included a link down in the description to Jason Thibault's definitive list of comic book publishers. Some things worth mentioning: the two publishing heavyweights, DC and Marvel, they have no direct avenue for your work to get picked up by them. DC has you apply for their creators' workshops, while Marvel has media scouts that look out there, and you have to hope that they will happen upon work that you already have out there. Now, I would encourage going that route if your ambition is to write stories about their characters. Wanting a character you created to be in either of those universes would make them a small face in a massive crowd. Also, make sure you read up on all the requirements set by any publisher. You have to make sure that the genre that your work falls under is something that they accept. Several are very particular about what they will accept. Some won't accept superheroes at all. Some of them are strictly sci-fi. Some of them are strictly crime and horror stuff. Also, be prepared to see that some won't be a fit for what you've created. If you wrote a 22-page story and they're only wanting 6-page stories, you know it's not going to work. And there will be those who won't consider your ongoing series and are only interested in single issues. Finally, most publishers, should they pick you up, they will tell you that you are on your own when it comes to your marketing. The advantages to the publishers: all these publishers, they get their titles distributed to retailers. The public tends to trust that kind of publisher the most, and common is that tendency for people to just go with what's popular because they want to be part of the big zeitgeist. Bottom line, these publishers, they give your title its momentum. Disadvantages: it's very hard to make the audition, so to speak, even with the smaller, lesser-known publishers. The biggest indicator of that, as you look through the submission guidelines for several of them, they're asking for you to list everything in your publication history, so you have to feel disadvantaged if you haven't published anything yet. So when you're trying to get your foot into the doors, you make the best presentation you can with what they require. The best sample pages that showcase your and your artist's storytelling talent. Write the most engaging pitch synopsis you can possibly write, and dot every I, cross every T when it comes to the requirements. I recommend that even if you're always rejected, not only will it help you understand how tough the competition is out there, but should you end up going with a self-publishing option, sometime later you might be trying again and you'll be much more prepared. So, move on to self-publishing. Self-publishing has potential. Companies that offer that service include Amazon, Ingram Spark, BookBaby, Simon & Schuster, Morris Publishing, Rico Publishing, KABLAM, and many more. Now, Simon & Schuster and Ingram Spark are examples of publishers where it's all about paying for a full print run to go to retailers, while Amazon and KABLAM are print on demand, where none are printed until one is ordered. Both of these companies give you a basic marketing platform on a website to present your book in a way that potential buyers can get an idea of what it's about, along with boost options at extra cost. Most don't distribute to retailers, but with Amazon, you have an advantage that they have their own distribution full and probably the best marketing assistant options among all the self-publishing options. Advantages: essentially, you can't get turned down. That is, unless you go against whatever content restrictions they have. So make sure you read up on that. As mentioned before, you can pay for a large print run to go to retailers on a print run on demand if you're on a smaller budget. The disadvantages: the public may be skeptical of a title that didn't have to get through any editorial process, so you have to work harder to effectively market it. And it's an easy option, yes, which means your title is surrounded by thousands of others in the catalog because people took advantage of that same option. Also, you have to have your pages formatted to the publisher's specification in size and dimensions. That was a major sticking point for me when getting my work through KABLAM before I discovered the app called GIMP that allows you to format as needed, a surprisingly easy process. But between both options, all companies do have a digital copy purchasing option to give your readers. Since more and more readers prefer that option lately, they want to be able to read it from their devices. But that's my insight on publishing. Agree, disagree, or something I left out? Please let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please click like. If you like this channel, please click subscribe or follow me on Instagram. A link to order Sledge number 1 is below the description there, as always. Or you can order it on Kindle. And let's all look for civility amid all the bad news out there about social strife, about political strife. Let's find a common ground as best we can. And in the middle of the pandemic, I will keep repeating, please get your vaccination and follow the precautions that have been given us. But everyone, thanks for watching. Be safe and God bless.